What we're going to do at this point is just allow our elected officials, our candidates to come up and have a minute and a half, so that's 90 seconds, and to just kind of say what's on your mind, say what's on your heart, totally up to you.
I served on the Kent School Board for 16 years. Been on Kent City Council now, going to my third term. Currently serving as the council president. In addition to that, I sit on the board of trustee for Harborview Medical Center. I am the chair of the Sound City Association. Also, this here is very important for me for running for the Senate. This is nothing I thought about overnight. About a month ago, my wife was in the garage, and she was looking for a senior picture for my kids to go on the wall. And she came across this article that was in the Kent Reporter from 2002. I was on the school board, and he was asking, Bill, what's your desire? What do you want to do? I made it clear I want to make Kent School the best there is before I leave. I want to run for Kent City Council, and I also want to run for state senator. That was 2002. That was my vision, and that was my dream. So here I am today to fulfill some of those dreams. The things that I think impacting us and the business the most is crime. We are all impacted by crime. We got people breaking in, stealing, and there's no accountability. I believe there's laws that have been passed over the last 4 years. What are you raising your hand for? I know. Been passed over 4 years, so I got a lot of focus here. I thought you were waving at me. But a lot of focus here, but the big thing I really focused on is crime. We got to make sure that our police officers can do the job. Give them all the tools possible to do their job and hold them accountable. It's not one or the other, it's and I will focus on that, and I promise you that will be one thing I was focused on right away, is to make sure that our police officer can do their job, put people where they're supposed to be, and at the same time, we will hold them accountable. Thank you.
Hi, good afternoon. My name is Satwinder Kaur. I'm a Kent City Council member running for State Senate, 47 District Democrats. And I am I'm just seeing the room here, see so many friends and familiar faces. So thank you all for being here tonight, or today, it's not tonight yet. My time constraints are a little bit weird right now running a campaign. But I grew up here in Kent, went through Kent School District, graduate of Kent Ridge High School, and now I have a teenager going through he's a junior at Kentwood High School. I'm a PTSA president at his school. I've been a proud sponsor of Kent Chamber's annual event every year, and I'm proud to be part of this chamber as well. So I'm on Kent City Council on my second term, and some of my priorities on running for this state senate is public safety. It is so important. As a small business owner, my husband owns a hotel. When we had a hard time during COVID trying to find employees, that's been so tough trying to get employees. On top of that, when you have transients coming onto our property, you call the cops and they don't show up for 5 to 6 hours. So it's been a struggle, and as part of the Sikh community, we're business owners here all over the county, and I keep hearing about complaints about shoplifting, complaints about individuals not getting the supports they need. On Kent City Council, I have advocated for ARPA funding to be headed directly to our small businesses and to our residents instead of filling the holes in our budget. Because we can figure out ways to budget for the city budget, where we certainly need to get that ARPA funding back out to our communities and our businesses. And I will continue to do that because I understand, as a small business owner, as a parent of young kids, as a proud community event organizer here, I'm part of many different organizations, part of Kent Rotary, parent at the chamber, and you probably see me in the community volunteering with street cleanups, park cleanups, doing things and being out and about, because I believe in listening and learning from the community. I don't believe in going into a vacuum and making decisions. So I will always be accessible and always there. Please reach out to me if you have any questions, just want to have a coffee. electsatwinder.com, and my name is Satwinder Kaur. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Claudia Kaufman, and I'm running for the State Senate in the 47th Legislative District. I'm a longtime resident of South King County, and I come from a working class family who has a long tradition of giving back to community. And I'm very happy to carry that tradition on. I am a homeowner, and I am a mother, a grandmother. I've been in Kent for over 20 years. I am committed, engaged, and invested in the 47th Legislative District. My professional life and my elected experience positions me well to go for the state Senate. For 20 years, I have been the government relations for the Muckleshoot Indian Tribe, working on government relations on the local, state, federal, and tribal levels. Also, I am the former state senator of the 47th Legislative District, and for me, my priorities will always reflect my values and will meet the needs and honor the needs of the 47th District, including housing, public safety, and working on the economy. I come to this with a wealth of experience that I bring as a former state senator and all my professional and volunteer experience. And to visit my website, you can go to voteclaudiakaufman.com.
Hi, Jesse Ramsey. I'm running for Representative 47th District, Seat 1 with COD. Look, let me keep this short. I don't have political experience at all. I'm a political rookie. I'm a security guard, you know. But that's what kind of makes me different, because I have skin in the game. My family and I go to a lot of your businesses, and we've seen the businesses struggle a little bit. And that's kind of what I want to do. I want to help your businesses by doing things like bringing down, lowering your tax rate, capping the tax rate, eliminating a lot of these extraneous fees that are being charged, instituting tax moratoriums for new businesses. These are the kind of things that I want to do. I also have put together a 3-point plan for public safety that includes private police forces and bringing them into the fold, because I understand that as business owners, you can't make profit if there are no customers, and there are no customers if they don't feel safe. So that's why I'm running. Thank you.
Zenobia, 1.5 minutes. It's not fair to me because it only takes 2 minutes to pronounce my last name. So please set those 2 minutes. Anyway, guys, thank you so much. My name is Kyle. Last name is Lebedev. I've been born and raised in Ukraine in 2002. I immigrated here in America. Immigrated by chasing my American dream. While I immigrated, I started with 3 jobs, doing 2 construction jobs and 1 night job as a janitor in a Sorrento hotel in Seattle. Right after that, in 2004, got married, opened up my small business, and my American dream took off from there. And right now I can say that I did achieve my dream. I am a successful business owner. I'm a devoted father. I'm a devoted husband, father of 3 kids. Well, actually, a different level. 3 teenagers is completely different level. While I achieve my dream, I feel in my heart that is a time for me to repay a favor to the community that did so much to me to help me to achieve my dream. So that's why I'm running for an office, to reduce taxes, to make our community much safer, and I will appreciate your vote and your support. Vote for Kyle. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Deborah Tinman. I am the incumbent in position 1 for the 47th Legislative District. Representing the 47th Legislative District, if I am reelected, will go into my 3rd term, which will be the beginning of my 5th year. I have lived in the Kent community for over 25 years, raised my 2 children here. My husband and I just celebrated our 40th wedding anniversary. And I am engaged in public service because I feel that many things that I have been given, it is now my opportunity to give back to the community. I was in the very first class of Seattle King County Head Start. Through that Head Start program, my mother became an educator. She was encouraged to become a teacher by being a parent volunteer. Through that work, she went to work for Seattle Public Schools and was an educator for over 27 years. I know that education can make a difference in your life when it comes to access and when it comes to success. I also understand that we have gone through a crisis of COVID, and we've also gone through a crisis of understanding that everybody in this country does not feel that they have a fair shake. We unfortunately have had incidents where our law enforcement officers, through the use of deadly force, have taken the lives of other people. As a member of the legislature, I have been on the team to work on police accountability. And I want people to understand, we work with the police when we worked on police accountability. None of the laws that we have did we think up on our own without working with police to have them be successful. I know that Zenobia is trying to cut me off. I will just say this. Please go to electdeborahentman.org. You can see my platform, and hopefully I will earn your vote. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I'm Barry Knowles. I'm running for state representative for the 47th District. I ran in 14 and 16. Before I drill down and talk about business issues, I'm going to take you first up to about 30,000 feet. I feel as a country, as a state, as people, we have never been in more danger than we are right now. We have 60,000 people a month coming over the border. Where are they going? We have schools that are out of control. They've turned into indoctrination centers for children. They're teaching them to hate America. Right? They're teaching them some very disgusting sexual things. Some of those books I've been trying to get out of the libraries. Right? We've got a lot of issues. We've got crime that's out of control, homelessness that people have no answers for except let's buy housing for them. So we've got a lot of issues we need to take into account. And even as a state legislator, you still have an influence on those things. Right? I can still walk around and try to find out where these people are being put. I can go to the council meetings and fight harder for the schools. So it's more than I just want to lead. This is a good job. I've got plans for all of these things. Now, our motto's always been, don't be a sheeple, right? Don't just follow people because someone else told you they should, or whatever reason. The newspaper said you should. You got to look into them. You got to look at what they're going to do. Do you have a plan? I've been to a couple events and I haven't heard any actual plans yet, and I've got plenty of them. And one of them is to raise the age of medical independence from 13 to 17. And this will not allow the school to send your children out for birth control, abortions, counseling that you don't want. So let me talk about myself real quick because she's going to cut me off. I've lived here since 1982. I've run a construction business. I was a builder. I'm a home inspector now. I worked in the drug industry processing narcotics for destruction. I spent 7 years in the service. Barry Knowles. Go to my website. You can see some of my plans for some of these issues I'm talking about. electbarryknowles.com. Thank you.
Well, it's great. And I'm going to keep this short because I'm standing between you and getting back to your day, right? So my name is Carmen Gores, carmengores.com. I'm running for the State House in the 47th Legislative District, position number 2. Many of you know me because I've been Government Affairs Chair here at the Chamber for almost a decade. I've been fighting and working with our coalition of 7 chambers that come together to fight for business issues. I've been endorsed by all the mayors, Mayor Nancy Backus, Mayor of Kent, Mayor of Covington, and that's because I've volunteered and I've worked as a citizen on your behalf since I moved here 22 years ago. I look forward to serving. My website is carmengores.com, and we are here to serve. We've been out knocking on doors, so if I haven't seen you, I probably will, or my brother will be out there knocking as well. But we're here to really support our community, and we do a lot. I'm a business banker by trade, and so we do a lot to encourage capital, access to capital, and we work diligently to make that happen. I'm a community banker, I'm a community member, I'm a community leader. Please vote for Carmen Gores. Have a great day.
My name is Ted Cook. I'm running to represent Kent, Covington, and Auburn in the 47th District State House of Representatives, position 2. So the state of Washington has 49 legislative districts. So you picture the flags, or the stars on the flag in the blue field. That's how many, they chopped up the state of Washington. There's that many legislative districts. Each one sends 1 senator to the Senate and 2 House members to the House. So 147 people make all of the law in the state of Washington. So that's the position I'm running for. My wife and I live in Covington. We're raising 2 dogs and 5 kids. It's an adventure. I'm a senior software tester and lab lead at Microsoft. So what I do is I find where things are broken and I tell people how to fix them. And I'm very good at my job. When I was growing up, when I was in high school, they said, Ted, you're very good at creative mischief. And I am. I want to see where are things not working. How can we fix things? How can we make things better? And there's a lot of things that are not good with government right now. We really do need to fully fund the police. We really do need to reassess where state funds are going in terms of transportation. They should be able to fix the roads. And there's a lot of other areas. Schools should be focusing on the core curricula. I want to go to Olympia. I want to help you guys. And I also want to help small businesses. I want to lower taxes. TEDCOOK.org, TEDCOOKE.org. Please check it out. Thanks.
Good afternoon, everybody. First of all, I want to thank my sister friend Zenobia Harris for putting on this beautiful event. My name is Dr. Shukri Olo. My pronouns are she, her, hers. I am running for the open seat here in the 47th Legislative District. I'll start with the personal. I am a proud refugee. My family and I came from Somalia after spending about 6 years in a camp. Grew up right here in South County in public housing, was raised by an incredibly strong black mother, taking care of 3 of us by herself as a widow. I'm a product of this community and have been loved on by so many people, including teachers and social workers and people who saw us in our time of need. I'm also a mother of 2 kiddos. Could somebody tell my kids to stop growing? I refuse. I forbid it. Apparently that's not how it works. They're both in the Kent School District, and I'm a candidate for the open seat here in the 47th Legislative District, position 2, running to make sure that our small businesses get the support they need. I am the proud daughter of a small business owner right here in this district, running to make sure that we invest in K-12 education, that we provide access to childcare for more families in this district, and this message has resonated with the WEA, the teachers, the state employees, the nurses, and so many of you, and I hope to be able to earn your support by August 2nd. You can learn more info at electshukri.com or electshukri.com. Thank you.
Hi everyone, thank you for being here and thank you for inviting me. My name is Chris Stearns and I am a candidate for the State House of Representatives in the 47th District. I'm an Auburn City Council member, and I am glad to say that when I was growing up, my mom's side of the family ran a really amazing small business. They sold chocolate, and I may have eaten into their profits, but as you can tell. But I'm running because you know, as a Native American, I'm Navajo. I grew up in the LA County foster care system, so I know what it's like to struggle, but I also know what it's like to get back up on my feet and fight. And I'm also an attorney, and I've represented tribes for 30 years over my career. So I know what it's like to fight for justice and to help those who need a voice. As an Auburn City Council member, I'm glad to have supported our law enforcement to vote to provide them with bonuses and retention and recruitment bonuses as well. I'm the only Democrat who's been endorsed by the 47th District Democrats, and I've been endorsed by our Mayor Nancy Backus. I'm the only Democrat to be endorsed by the King County Democrats, and I have the support of the Al Constantine number of unions, the State Labor Council, as well as the Alliance for Gun Responsibility and the Washington Conservation Voters. And I would love to have your vote. My wife and I love to come to Kent, and we're just really, I'm just so grateful to be here. Thank you all.
Thank you so much. My name is Devin Davenport. I'm Congresswoman Kim Schreier's campaign manager, and she wanted to pass along her apologies for having a conflict and not being able to make it today, but wanted me to pass along the message that she just knows that the small businesses and small business community here in Kent is really the backbone of the community. She knows that during the COVID-19 pandemic, it was not an easy time, and just knows all of the work that you really all put in as business owners to for yourselves and your families, but also for your community, and she really appreciates that. And you know, now she knows that at the pump, you know, we're feeling the pain with gas prices. At the grocery store, we're feeling the pain with the rising cost of groceries, and that's affecting, you know, businesses as well. And you know, that's why in Congress she's introduced a bill to stop the big oil companies from price gouging us, because they should not be making record profits while we are hurting at the pump. And again, she knows that that's affecting small businesses across the 8th District. And you know, she's also worked on broken supply chains so that we can be getting our goods to market and be getting our supplies, again, to just keep the community going. So she really hopes to earn the support of the 8th District again, so she can be reelected and continue to serve the community. And just wanted to say thank you again so much for your time.
My name is Dave Chapman. I'm running for Congress. 10 million Americans are unemployed today because of our trade policies. NAFTA is a failure. The WTO is a failure. U.S. trade policy is a failure. The social problems caused by these failures are unacceptable. We need to tear down the existing system of international trade and create an entirely new system. I want to be very clear what I'm talking about. When 10 million Americans lose their jobs, that means that 10 million American families are affected. We are talking about people who do not have enough money to buy a house, people who do not have enough money to send their children to college, and people who are stressed out all the time because they can't pay their bills. When a foreign government gives subsidies to its airplane industry, or when a country which is selling thousands of cars over here refuses to allow farm products to be sold over there, ordinary Americans suffer. Historically, the federal government has been part of the problem. The folks who run the State Department and the Treasury Department seem to regard American jobs as just another bargaining chip. There are many cases where, to sweeten some deal at the UN, the State Department will throw in a few hundred jobs. That is why so many men's dress shirts are made in Bangladesh. I will fix this. I will protect your job, I will protect your family, and I will protect your children's future. Thank you very much.
Hello, my name is Justin Graywolf. I am running for Congress in the 8th District. I guess what I want to say is that the biggest thing for me is that representation. The 8th District is really evenly split, so depending on who's in that seat, there's like 50% of the populace that's not represented. So my goal is to get past that. One of the big things for me also is I've been working with other candidates across the country and working on things for middle class, things like getting rid of income tax on overtime hours, or not paying income tax on bonuses underneath 10,000. Just other things like this to help the middle class trickle up instead of trying to do the trickle down economics, which doesn't work. I did want to throw out there that I actually used to be a member of the Congress about 15 years ago. So it's, I don't know, it's kind of nice to be back here. It's been a while. Let me think. VoteGraywolf.com. What am I at for time? Wow, see, one thing I realized is that 90 seconds is a long time. I used to do fencing, and we'd have some themed events, and one of them was you have 30 seconds to win, and now we'd be fighting, going back and forth, and I'm like, what do you mean the time's not done yet? And
Top 3 issues.
well, I went through the first two. Favorite restaurant.
Wow.
Yeah, you just made me. Actually, I forget the name of it. There's one, but just down the street next to the railroad.
Maggie?
Yes. Thank you. That's it.
You're good. Oh, thank you.
Hey everybody, how's it going? I'm Doug Bassler. I'm a candidate for Congress in Washington's 9th Congressional District, and you're right there. That's where we are. Everybody see the new Top Gun Maverick movie? Great movie flick, right? They pulled Tom Cruise out. He's getting a little long in the tooth, you know, so he left the turn signal on the F-18 about half the movie. So that's old guys rule. Coming up on my 40th anniversary, and my wife still likes me, so I think you should vote for me. Because that's something amazing. I have 5 kids, all boys except for the 4 girls. And look, crime, homelessness, way up. Food prices, gas prices, these things are way up. Unfortunately, our career politicians are making it worse. They're not taking the steps necessary. We need to strengthen the dollar. That brings down the inflation. We need to unleash domestic energy. That brings down gas prices and energy prices. The solutions are not difficult, but you have to have courage to do it. And I will have that courage in the 9th Congressional District. My last name is spelled B-A-S-L-E-R. My first name is Doug, DougBassler.com. And I am a chamber member. I have a local business. I make TV commercials for a living. So if you need a commercial, Barry, call me. Carmen? Where you at? And I did buy a 50-50 raffle ticket, and I'm looking forward to winning that. Thank you. Doug Bassler, candidate for Congress.
Well, first of all, I want to thank you for having us. And I got to say, listening to all of my opponents in the race, I am so excited because they want to say that they support veterans and young leaders. Well, I'm the only veteran in the race, so let's get at it. Let's unite the country. Let's work together. So thank you to my opponents. And please amend me if I forget to talk about myself, because I've been told I just talk about solutions a little bit too much because we've had way too much division in the country, and I'm running to unite us.
What's your name?
My name is C. Chan, and I'm running in the 9th Congressional District. You can check my stuff out at chanforcongress.com. But I'm running to support you, small businesses and working class families that fought tooth and nail over the past 3 years to keep not just your establishments alive and your community service organizations, but America as a whole. You are the fuel that keeps this country running. And I know about that because as a child of immigrant small business owners, I remember my parents waking up at 5 in the morning every day, and oftentimes they wouldn't go home, they wouldn't get home until 2300 at night with the 3 of us brothers asleep in the back of their Lincoln Town Car. And I see what their small businesses and local businesses are facing now with overhead from insurance, healthcare, crime, logistics shortfalls. And this is what I've been spending 10 of the past 16 years of my life doing, working to become a Navy lieutenant commander that has been moving billions of dollars in cargo in and out of countries. So you employ our families and are the fuel that keeps America running, and I'm here to support you. Now, a little bit about me. My name is C. Chan. I grew up in... Maybe I should just end it now, because this is a mixer. You're gonna see me around. Like I'm pretty noticeable, but yeah, we've had enough politicians talk our ears off. So come say hi to me. I'm an open book.
Thank you, Steve.
Thank you, Zenobia. Thank you, everyone. Sorry for boring you.
Hello, everybody. My name is Stephanie Gallardo. I am a candidate for Congress, also in the 9th Congressional District. I am a high school teacher. I worked in the Tukwila School District for the past 5 years, and prior to that, I also worked in Seattle Public Schools as a bilingual instructional assistant. I'm going to be real with you. I decided to run for this position because I was really tired of paying for my students' materials, spending out of pocket for things that I believe our public schools should provide. I was extremely tired of coming to students or having students come to me with various traumas that they're experiencing in our communities and not being able to direct them to a counselor because there's not enough counselors in our public schools. And so what I'm trying to do with this position and running for this position is to bring an educator's voice to Congress. We do not have enough educators making laws and legislation for the students of our country. We have to have educators making those decisions because we are the ones that know what's going on in the school system. There's actually only 4 out of 435 representatives who are educators. And so I hope to bring that voice and to represent educators, represent young people. I'm also the daughter of a refugee from Chile, and I'm just very excited to be here with you all. And I also just want to say very specifically, I am a democratic socialist. I may be among the only democratic socialists in this room. Usually socialists are not typically known to be best friends of business, right? But I would really love to actually, turn that understanding upside down. I believe being a democratic socialist really means that I'm in support of businesses and trying to ensure that people who are employees of the businesses are taken care of, that the business owners are taken care of, and that the community needs are taken care of. So I'm very excited to be speaking here with you all today and get to know you further. Thank you so much. Woo!
Well, it's great to be here. Thank you to the Kent Chamber and Zenobia for her incredible programming of these events. I think she's just reinvigorated the Chamber while she's been leading it, and I am thrilled to have such an active member of our community now. I am Senator Karen Kaiser. I'm running for re-election this year. I am, for the very first time in my life, having a free ride, which means I don't have an opponent. And I've never ever had a free ride in my entire life, and it feels great. I have to tell you. But I want you to know, I work hard in the state Senate. I am the chair of the Labor, Commerce, and Tribal Affairs Committee. And when the pandemic hit 2 years ago, we had an unemployment insurance crisis, as many of you know. And I worked my head off, making sure that we could moderate the premium increases, because premiums paid by employers are based on how many people are laid off. And when the pandemic hit and so many businesses had to lay off people, their premiums went way through the sky, especially in the hospitality industry. Restaurants and hotels and motels were hit so hard. So we were able to pass 2 major backstop bills to bring down those premiums and to make sure that businesses didn't have undue hardship, and then to also provide grants for business as well. So we made it through sort of the pandemic. I mean, it keeps threatening and churning, and we have to be careful still. And then we came out of this pandemic, and we suddenly had, when all the stores are open again, a huge impact with retail theft. And we talked about this a little bit earlier with some of our other candidates. So I proposed legislation to deal with retail theft. I have to tell you, it was killed by Amazon and folks who get some of that product and resell it on their platforms. So the Attorney General has now set up a task force on retail theft. So we'll be working again next year to take on that issue and many, many other issues that help small businesses and our business community. So I want to thank you for your time, and it's been great to see you all. It's so nice to be able to see people in person again. I'll see you at the parade. Bye-bye.
Hi, I'm Tina Orwell. I have the honor of representing the 33rd Legislative District, Position 1. I'm here to ask for your support in my reelection. I love Kent very much. I want to thank the Chamber and Mayor Ralph. I think one of the things Kent's known is for their partnerships, and we do a lot of work together. So I'm the daughter of a World War II veteran. My dad was really my foundation. Hardest working man I know, and probably the most organized. And he was a business owner, and I worked for his restaurant from the age of 13 to 18. And I learned a lot. I learned that it takes a lot of courage to open a business. That it takes a lot of hard work. I learned that restaurants have a very razor-thin profit margin. So it's very important to me to support business. And I'm really glad in Olympia we really did a lot to set up grant programs to help a lot of the small businesses that were struggling. Also, the reason I went to Olympia was I wanted a pathway for all students to be successful. And so one of the bills I worked on this year was with Open Doors, which is a phenomenal agency in Kent, in the Kent School District, around language access. We need all of our families to feel welcome and to participate in their students' education. So I'm really proud. We worked 5 years, the community, and we finally got it through this year. So yay. The other things I'm working on is how many people have heard of 988? Well, starting July 16th, this is a 3-digit behavioral health crisis line in our country. So when you call 988, you're going to get help, and you're going to get clinical help. And so I've been working with Senator Dingra and all my colleagues to get our state ready for 988. And there are going to be 3 parts, right? You're going to call, and you're going to get a clinician. We're setting up clinical teams to respond in the community and alternatives to going to emergency departments. And so again, it's being launched next week, but I think it's going to be incredible partnerships, and we're going to get people the help they need when they need it in a way that's trauma-informed and culturally sensitive. So again, it's my honor serving this community. Never hesitate to reach out to me. My job and my marching orders from the community. Thank you.
Thank you.
Wonderful.
Hi, everyone. My name is Lisa Mannion, and I'm running for King County Prosecuting Attorney. I have served in the office for 27 years. I've dedicated my career to public service and public safety. I have been behind the scene crafting really strong solutions Just in the past few years, I have added 10 new victim advocate positions. I secured funding to form a brand new hate crimes unit. I am partnering with our Seattle City Attorney's Office and small businesses to combat organized retail theft, all while reducing racial disproportionality within the criminal legal system. That's a yes and. I am really proud to have been endorsed by over 150 organizations, elected officials, retired judges, community and civic leaders. I'm proud to carry the endorsement of the 30th District LD District Dems. Public safety is really important to me, and it means a lot of things. It means that we prosecute violent crime and gun crime, that we are free of hate crimes born out of discrimination, that we offer victim services that are culturally responsive and near the time of harm. It means that we respect victims who want restorative practices. And it means that we tackle gun crime and that we reimagine our criminal legal system and how it interacts with the mental health system, so that our involuntary treatment at court is the important safety net that it can and should be. And we invite the participation of our communities that we serve. So please check out my website, lisamannion.com, and I'm happy to come and speak to any of your organizations or groups. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Welcome. My name is Jim Farrell, candidate for King County Prosecutor. What you just heard a few moments ago is really the essence of the difference of this campaign. It's not the criminal. It's not supposed to be the criminal legal system. It's supposed to be the criminal justice system, and justice matters. Should always matter. I want to make sure that everyone knows I've been endorsed by our mayor here in Kent, Dana Ralph, as well as the mayors of Auburn, Kent, Renton, Tukwila. Take a look at the website. Literally dozens of mayors. King County, excuse me, not only King County Police, but the Des Moines Police Officers Guild has endorsed me, and the Kent Police Officers Guild, and many others. That's because there is a serious concern about the safety in our community. What Bill said right off the bat is there is a serious concern about the tipping point that King County has reached right now, and that's where there's been a real breach of trust and communication between the current King County Prosecutor's Office leadership and the cities and the law enforcement agencies in King County, and that's why I'm running, to restore justice and accountability. So I'm at jimfarrell.org. I can be reached anytime. We're running a really vibrant campaign, received lots of endorsements, and in fact, actually the 47th District Democrats right here in Kent has endorsed me. And so I look forward to working with you, and thank you very much for hosting this event. Thanks.
Yeah.